Perhaps for the first time, Pakistan's former dictator and Kargil war mastermind, General Pervez Musharraf, has made an honest admission. Musharraf, who is living away from Pakistan, had admitted India's most wanted man, Dawood Ibrahim was living in Pakistan.
India's most wanted man, Dawood Ibrahim. The Mumbai blast mastermind hiding in Pakistan. A truth acknowledged by the global community but brazenly denied by Pakistan. Musharraf's admission during an interview to a Pakistan channel has validated numerous India Today reports that confirmed the underworld Don was living in a Karachi safe house, guarded by the Pakistan army. India Today exclusively spoke to Home Secretary Rajiv Mehrishi, who said that the news around the terror lord was tightening.
Dawood is in Pakistan, and Pakistan is inimical to India's interests. So therefore, to expect that Pakistan will cooperate, in any case, Pakistan is not known to be actually compliant with international law. It hasn't done any marks for that. So basically, since the haven is by all these criminal elements, not only him but Hafiz Saeed, Asad Mazur and all these guys, the haven is Pakistan because it gives haven to such illegal elements and terrorists.
Musharraf didn't just spill the beans on Dawood, but also on Al-Qaeda founder Osama bin Laden. India's stand on the underworld Don has been vindicated. Report, India Today.
India Today, and I want to begin by asking you about Dawood Ibrahim's presence in Pakistan. How is it that he's been able to survive for so long in Pakistan without the state coming down on him?
That is very simple. Pakistani support to Dawood Ibrahim and his group is actually part of Pakistan's strategy to bleed India. And whoever is ready to act against the Indian state, Pakistan would support him or his group. So I see it as part of a bigger strategy. It is not just Dawood Ibrahim or his group Pakistan is supporting.
From what we've been able to gather, Mr. Jamal, Dawood Ibrahim tends to keep a low profile. He rarely mingles with journalists. You're one of the few people who actually got to meet the underworld Don. Tell our viewers about where and how this interaction took place.
Well, Dawood Ibrahim certainly not in the Pakistani media, but a lot of Pakistanis have met him, and he have been leading a very free life in Karachi particularly. In Karachi, it's very easy to track him, even if you don't have his address. I did not have his address in Karachi, and still I got to him. I set up the appointment with a common friend, and I wanted to interview him. He did meet him. He didn't really get interviewed on any issue, but I could see he was there, how he lives his life. In Karachi, a lot of people know him personally, and he is doing a lot of business in property business in Karachi. Most Karachi property dealers can tell you where he lives, and the same is true in Islamabad. One Islamabad property dealer told me once he was almost one of the top property owners in Pakistan now.
Can you tell me, Arif, which year did this meeting that you're talking about take place in? I'm told that Dawood Ibrahim has several houses in Pakistan. Where specifically in Karachi did your meeting take place?
Well, I met him in Karachi. I would not go beyond that. And it was, okay, the neighborhood is called Defense, Karachi. And I don't know if he still lives there. Probably he doesn't live there anymore because in recent years I have heard that a lot of people have been moving from one place to the other, people like him. So if I give you an address, it may prove wrong. But and I don't know where exactly he is now. But I moved out of Pakistan in 2007, and I have not tracked his addresses. But in 2007, Anis Ibrahim was my neighbor in Lahore. He was living a couple of streets across my house in Lahore Defense.
You're saying Anis Ibrahim was your neighbor in Lahore. I want to ask you more about Anis, but I want to focus just for a moment on Dawood Ibrahim. What kind of security paraphernalia did you see around him? How difficult was it for you to be able to set up these meetings with Dawood?
It was very easy if he is ready to meet you, because then he tells his security people that someone is coming and he should be allowed inside. It was very easy for me on both occasions to go to him. They knew I was coming, and there was no problem.
Now, you're saying that Dawood is well known in Karachi, several people are acquainted to him, and yet you're the first person, Arif, in many years who's actually come out and said that, yes, I met with Dawood Ibrahim. Why is this so rare? If he's as well known around town as he is, why are others so scared of coming out and calling their government's bluff and saying that, yes, we've met with Dawood Ibrahim, he stays in Clifton, Karachi?
I am not the first Pakistani who is saying this. There are many Pakistanis who have written on this. I can't recall exactly the dates, but I think there was some pieces in the news or the news line. And there is a book, again I am forgetting the name, but I think if you Google you can find it. The author of that book is a Pakistani, and he had interviewed him. And there have been a few very good investigative articles in Pakistani press about his activities. So I'm not really the first. I think I can recall 3-4 other names now.
Okay.
If you Google, you will find all those articles, and they were very original articles.
Arif, how often did you meet Dawood Ibrahim? How long did these meetings last? And can you give our viewers a sense of the conversation that you had with Dawood and what Dawood told you?
Well, I met him a couple of times. Once it was a brief meeting, and once it was a little long chit chat. We talked about everything, but it was but I was made to promise that it will not be made public.